Pursuant to the rule, the gentleman from Nevada is recognized for 5 minutes in support of his motion.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. H.R. 4154 would be better called the Permanent State Tax Increase for Families, Farmers, and Small Businesses Act. My second motion to recommit still addresses elimination of the death tax. As the Chair has just ruled, the sensible alternative, full permanent repeal of the death tax, is not allowable under the House Majority's rules. Mr. Speaker, House is not in order.
Would the members kindly take the conversations off the floor into the cloakroom?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Therefore, this second motion to recommit is drafted to meet the arcane pro-tax increase pay-go rules. This motion continues the full elimination of the death tax for 2010 as currently scheduled and promises to the American people, and then extends the full elimination one additional year to 2011. Business or farm income was taxed when it was created, saved, invested, and spent. These assets were taxed annually with property taxes. They don't need to be taxed yet again upon death. While 2 years is shorter than many of us in the House would prefer, it's the only alternative left. Colleagues, the flaws in H.R. 4154 are numerous. But in defense of their misguided bill, the majority cries certainty trumps the punitive 45% rate. But the federal government shouldn't be entitled to half or even 1/3 of your assets when you die. Mr. Speaker, House is not in order.
Chairman is correct. If members would kindly take their conversations off the floor, we will proceed.
Make no mistake, the purpose of the inheritance tax is to erase all of an individual's net worth within 3 generations. Let me repeat that. The purpose of the inheritance tax is to erase all of an individual's net worth within 3 generations. Enshrining a 45% punitive tax rate is bad policy. And the only thing worse than bad policy is permanent bad policy. I am sure the American people won't be upset with the certainty of 0. Today, the majority is working hard to bring new vigor to the old adage, the only things in life that are certain are death and taxes. Let's remember that the unemployment rate is still high, 10% nationwide, more than 13% in my home state of Nevada. Recent estimates show that the full repeal of the tax would create 1.5 million jobs. Again, that's jobs created. Who knows how many jobs will be saved by eliminating the death tax? Eliminating the death tax will also have several other positive effects on the economy. One recent study showed that eliminating the death tax will increase small business capital by over $1.6 trillion. Eliminating the death tax will increase the probability of hiring by 8.6%. Eliminating the death tax will increase payrolls by 2.6%. Eliminating the death tax will expand investment by 3%. Mr. Speaker. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Eliminating the death tax will create 1.5 million additional small business jobs, and eliminating the death tax will reduce the current jobless rate by almost 1%. The American people know that the death tax punishes hard work by discouraging savings and investing, undermines job creation, and frankly contradicts the central promise of American life. They know the death tax is a jobs destroyer. Colleagues, our founding fathers worked to ensure the rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. In addition, they fought, spurred largely by unfair taxation, to secure their rights to private property and the efforts of their work. They wanted a nation where one could work, think, produce, create, invest, and prosper. This made our nation different than all others at the time, which created the tremendous engine of the American economy. What would they say about a government confiscating 45% of property earned over a lifetime?
Will the gentleman suspend? If this aisle to my right could clear, we'll continue the debate. Gentleman can proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Of the 56 signers of the Declaration of Independence, 18 were merchants or businessmen, 14 were farmers. Many lost their lives or family members, and at least 11 signers had their homes and property destroyed. In committing their lives, fortunes, and sacred honor, as the Declaration of Independence reads, they sacrificed to ensure their heirs would keep what they earned. What would those who sacrifice so much say about a permanent 45% rate? Congress made a promise to fully eliminate the death tax. The American people are sick and tired of broken promises from their government. Congress should keep this promise to the American people and do what it committed to do 8 years ago, allow the estate tax to expire in 2010 and extend that expiration to 2011. Death tax should not be a taxable event. Support this motion. Keep the death tax buried. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The gentleman yields back.